Kayle buffed. Riftmaker buffed. Nemesis rank 1 career? Possibly. The man, he's been on a grind, on a mission. As soon as the patch went live and the buffs came out, this man started spamming Kayle mid. He's very familiar with the champion. He's got a lot of games back in Europe when he did his rank 1 climb. Today, when I jump onto the Rift, break it down and see if you guys can utilize this in your own gameplay and climb some divisions. Just before we hit the Rift, guys, I'm almost at 300k subscribers. I know like 70% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so you can do me that little favor and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Jumping onto Summoner's Rift now, you can see the rune page in the bottom left. It's a press the attack setup. Secondaries, he likes to go for that conditioning and overgrowth. It is the best scaling secondaries you can go. He starts a Dark Seal. It's a very greedy setup, I guess. If you didn't really know how to lane on Kayle, something like Biscuits would be better because you could maybe sustain a bit of poke. Nemesis knows how to play Kayle. He knows how to play these lanes out. So he goes for the greediest, I guess, highest risk versus reward playstyle he can, so that if he does make it into the mid-late game with these secondaries and with a couple of stacks in the Dark Seal, it's going to be looking very good. The matchup is into a Rumble. Not the worst of matchups. I think Kayle really struggles into mid-range control mage. Things like Orianna, things like Victor, Kayle really does struggle with. Something like, I'd say like a Yasuo, he actually doesn't do too badly into. Even a Kali, it's not that bad because the range is not horrible. But you can see, if you don't have the ability to auto attack at level 1, you can start Q, just hang back, guys. It's that typical, let's wait into the mid game where we'll absolutely take over the game. And you'll be going mainly for the Nashes into the Riftmaker. These are your two core builds. And after that, you can pretty much go situational. You want to go Deathcap, Void, Banshees, Hourglass. You can do whatever the hell you want. Lichbane even. It's up to you. But just make sure that you don't bloody die in this early game and you stuff up before you become a champion. At level 6, you'll start getting that ranged. Level 11, you'll start getting those stacks. And then 16 is when you just flip the switch. You go God mode. I don't think there's many champions in the game that scale as well as Kayle. Maybe, like, does a cat? I don't even know. Like, Kayle's level 16 is crazy. You could say Kassadin, but if you ult yourself, you just blow the Kassadin up. What's it matter? Like, you can't. It doesn't matter how much damage he has. So there's definitely opportunity to outplay in the late game and completely stomp, as you can see. I'm gonna get hard stuffed in here early. There's not many lanes you'll be winning pre-6. But that's the thing about Nemesis. He's always played a very good Kayle. I think it was pre-season last year. He hit rank 1 playing a shit ton of Kayle. And he's just so calculated in his early lanes, and he doesn't take stupid trades. So you'll just see him farm this up. Morgana hovering, however. Got to be careful here. You can see Rumble just being too aggro. Takes 2 tower shots there. Absolutely silly of the guy. Look at them. Look at him. Jesus Christ, mate. Give me a break. And if this is happening to you guys, maybe start pinging towards your jungler. Hey, man, there's no vision on... Like, if you see him hover topside, he's probably put a ward out to say, hey, jungler, gank me bot side. There's no vision. Just things, small things like that. The level 4... Like, Kayle is not actually that weak. If you can get the range in on top of someone, you actually have a lot of damage, guys. Don't think that you just don't have damage. You do. It's just that you can't really... If the enemy does have somewhat a brain, it's hard to get on top of them. No offense to most of the people watching, but Nemesis is playing in, like, you know, this is GM Challenger in Korea. This is where people know how to play. You know, the average viewer is going to be gold rank. That's just... Or even silver. Like, that's just the statistics of it. So you're probably playing in a bit of a lower bracket. They don't know how to punish your lane, so you're going to be having a more free lane. You're going to be sitting back and scaling, just laughing. Try to make sure you're getting those farm, because that's where it's going to be coming into these items in the late game. With 2 items, you can start taking over. Lower elo players don't know how to finish. The lower elo you go, the longer the average game time goes. Kayle is one of the best late game scalers. It makes sense. It's a pretty good champion for your lower elo gains. The problem is people stuff up their laning, and they don't really know how to play it. But I definitely recommend, if you're a nice, like... It kind of, like, it's an auto attacker, right? So it's kind of like an 80, it's not like an 80 carry, but it's like, I mean, it kind of is. You got to be looking to auto move in space properly. So if this is your type of style, I think Corki, something like that, like maybe give Kayle a go. If you're more traditionally playing a lot of mages like Annie, Orianna, it's not going to be really your cup of tea, all right? Because it's very auto attack based. You've got to be attack moving as often as possible. As TikTok. We're almost level 6. Here comes Set. Any flashes? Good flash? No, doesn't need it. Predator. This Rumble. What an aggro player. How cocky. He has flash even. And Nemesis grabs the assist, perfect for him, sets himself up. He'll be able to get this wave in, hit level 6, and you'll see when he hits level 6, he starts getting the range, guys. And that's when he's going to be able to start putting some punish onto his opponents. And I've been enjoying Nemesis's climbing career. I've been watching a lot of his games. I think he's almost Challenger. He's maybe like 4 or 5 games off Challenger, something like that. He's pretty close. I think he can do it easily. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get into lose his Q and mentally implode. Morgana should stop the base. He has teleport. Remember, I didn't really touch on the summon. Its teleport is pretty much a no-brainer because you're wanting to work as like a split pusher essentially in the mid game where you're going to be getting a lot of side lane solo XP and gold. So teleport is pretty much always going to be your go-to. If the enemy has a lot of CC, if the enemy is like a Morgana, Twisted Fate, or like what, Mal's or Lissandra, you can get the QSS. You can go into a Merc skim. There's nothing wrong with it. A little bit of AD doesn't hurt Kayle too much. You don't really need to opt for that cleanse. Doesn't even work against a Malzahar ult, so... We're a champion now. Welcome to the game, Nemesis. And you can see you're... Like, dude, you do damage. Now, you do damage, guys. You gotta start looking to up your tempo, okay? And you can see Nemesis moving in. Should be a... Oh, that was such a... That was so close to a solo kill. You can see, man, like... The flash for flash there is perfect. He almost got the Q off in the flash direction. I thought he was going to try and get the E auto reset, but I think he used it. So now he'll hard shove this in. Hopefully Rumble. Rumble's actually pretty quick, so I think he might make it back. Let's see. Get it, boy. So you essentially just need to be in your head, be like... There's different stages to Kayle's game. Pre-6, play safe, play towards your range. Level 6, you have range, you're starting to get a little bit of damage. Level 11, okay. You should be coming close to 2 items, let's start taking over the game. And level 16, you just turn into an absolute cracked, you know, just Beethoven-like mode where you're just, you know, I don't know, Beethoven, Drew? Okay, well, I don't know how you guys imagine Beethoven, but you just go ham, okay? You just go all in, you take over the game, you're on God mode, you've taken the limitless pill, it's over for them, okay? You need to understand that and go for it. But there's stages to this. I'm not sure where the classical music comes into play. But Rumble goes for the bot side roam. Nemesis says, good luck with that. You don't want to be opting for too many roams. You're happy as Kayle to be sitting mid, farming, getting plates. You're happy with this. The Rumble just completely panic roams there. And Nemesis is laughing in the mid lane because now he's just going to run it through mid and get some plates. How beautiful is this? Around about 8 CS per minute at the moment. We're scaling up. It's not Chovy level, but it's close. We chunk down these plates and start working towards level 11. You'll see at level 11, this is where we become really good champion. Level 16 is when you get extra range, guys, and you got perma, like the splash on your autos. It's completely unfair. It's stupid in the game. It's on. I don't know if it's a. I don't know if this champion's a good design or a bad design. It goes from crap champion to like just completely broken. That's the idea of it, I guess, as Rumble looks for the all-in. The idea of your Q ultimate, it's gonna land. Beautiful 1v1. The idea of your Q is you want to be landing it, and then you want to be kiting. You want to use your spacing, okay, your movements, and just weave autos. You can see Nemesis, he's standing his ground, he's just weaving as many autos as he can, baits him in, and then takes over. You proc that, press the attack, you get the extra damage, and you go all in. We'll hit the base here, we get the plate. We should be working our way towards the Nashes. I believe the boot purchase is usually Zerka Greaves, guys. Just for some extra attack speed. Sometimes Mercs wouldn't be that bad of an option. But if you're looking to be really aggressive, Zerka Greaves just to be getting as much autos and attack speed as possible. You'll see on this champion, it's just super attack speed focused. Nash's Tooth. You see what I mean about CS? If you guys have 50 CS here, it's doomed. You've got to be hitting these big numbers. Nemesis gets a Nash's Tooth before 10 minutes. Now remember, we're not going Mythic. The Mythic is Riftmaker, but we're going to be grabbing that up second. Nash's gives you such a nice ability power spike and the attack speed. Synergizes with Kayle's kit the best. And you'll see he's going to start absolutely dominating this Rumble now. Rumble has the Sork, so he should be able to have like better movement speed here to kite, yeah. I'm actually genuinely surprised. If you guys have been watching MSI, I didn't think... Dude, Mad Lions look very good. They look so much... Like, I thought Mad and C9, like, I thought maybe Mad were a little bit better, but, like... Europe, man. These European players, these European mid laners... Humanoid. Absolute monster. His CS score... I think the only person in the world that beats Humanoid in CS numbers, I think it's Larson. I think Larson and Chovy, maybe? I think they have, like, the top 3 mid laners. And maybe go Showmaker. It's something like that, man. It's pretty crazy how those two mids, Larson and Humanoid in Europe. Their farm numbers go wild. Because we're going to skirmish in the river. The one thing I like to do when I play Kayle is I like to have a button. I change it to a hotkey where I can just instantly self-cast my ultimate on myself. I don't know what you guys like to do, but don't be like manually clicking your ultimate on your head. There's definitely other ways to do it, but just make sure you go into practice tool maybe a couple times and just... Because to ultimate on yourself, like I see low elo players, like they'll literally click on themselves to do it. I see people do it with like Lulu ult and stuff. Like, you need a hotkey for it, guys. It's not that hard. Is it like Alt R or something? I just have like a mouse button that I use it for, but... Morgana. If that didn't hit, it was a possible all-in, I'm not gonna lie. And we are 10 CS per minute, and we are almost level 11 here. We're gonna start eating away at the map. And level 11, man, like your wave clear and your jungle clear is just unmatched at that point. It's not about eating only CS, it's about eating jungle camps from there, okay? As finally, we go for the all-in. Have our ultimate, remember? We flash. Okay. Just as I was talking about how we need like our ultimate, I don't know what happened there, but there was no ult come out. I'm not sure if... I think he had the mana. I'm not sure, man. He didn't expect as much damage. But anyways, that should have been a kill and a shutdown over to Nemesis. He blunders it. That's life, darling. Can't have it always perfect. This Rumble, man. Poor guy. Gets his Sorks and he just roams. He's out of here. He's over for him. Gets his Berserker Greaves, guys. This is the boot purchase. Nemesis has the teleport into the bot side fight. Let's see if he can rejoin it. No flash available. Moves in. Weaving as many orders as he can. Gets a double assist. Couple of stacks on the Dark Seal. Calls it a day. His team with a 2k gold advantage. The Irelia and Morgana are very far ahead, but the mid bot side is counteracting with a bit of a gold lead, so... Come on, how close are we? We've got to be almost level 11 here. This wave. Come on, this wave, this wave, this wave, this wave. Yes, gets it. Let's see that upgrade now. Good afternoon. You're going to check for the Wraith camp here. They're not up. And this is what you'll be doing. Just perma shoving and eating jungle. Look at him go in here. Look at this damage. This is when you're a champion. Look at this fire. Look at these flames. Gross. I miss you guys remember Klepto? And you could get the elixir of like, you could level up. You could get a full level from bloody Kleptomancy. Dude, what a stupid rune that was. Bags of gold full of money. I miss it, but like, I don't miss like, like an Ezreal getting like 17 bloody Klepto bags and stacks at level 1. I'm gonna head back to base here. We should start working towards the Riftmaker when we start getting some sustain. And once you've dropped, look at the map, okay? Bot side tower dropped, mid tower dropped. You're a side laner now, guys. I don't care if it's 6 minutes that this happens or 25 minutes. You want to be by yourself in a side lane. That's where you want to be as a champion like Kayle, like Kassadin. It's all about levels and being by yourself. He comes down here, enemy bot lane is overextended. Grabs the Samira, able to grab the Nautilus, thank you very much. And now, frankly, you want your teammates to piss off. You say, get away from me. Get the hell away from me. I got things to do. I got people to farm. And now you just see him shove in and he'll just look for jungle camps. That's all you gotta do. We're only 4 levels off 16 at 15. He has not missed much CS at all. Much experience at all. Like, I don't think he could be his highest level in the game, right? Nice ult rumble. Great job clearing that wave out. And he's even looking for this. What a psychopath. This guy's straight up over it, 0-8 and running it. Nemesis just goes, God, I bet you he decide. He's like, what is this guy doing? Mejai is 10 stacks. There we go. That's what I was talking about with the Dark Seal. If you get those stacks, guys, don't be afraid to go Mejai's. Kayle is a very safe champion if you want. You can play very safe. You can just don't ult anyone else. Just use your ult on yourself. Be greedy. And make sure those stacks go to 25. As we're going to be offloaded a beautiful blue buff. I'm going to run through into the mid lane now. 4 more levels. Hopefully enemy team doesn't FF. I'd be so sad if we don't get to see level 16. Surely we do. He's so bloody close to it. Could be 13 on the next wave.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
All these camps. And of course, guys, if you do enjoy Nemesis' gameplay, he streams on Twitch. I think it's just lol_Nemesis. He streams most days from Korea, so I recommend checking him out. Aurelia's very fed. 10 CS per minute, by the way. Same level, so you just know that she's been doing work in the side lane. Ultimate over onto the Aurelia. Let's see if he's dude, that's not even close. Gets the solo onto the Aurelia, and the enemy team in shambles here. We're level 13, 3 more levels. Morgana goes wide. Lee Sin moves in. Kayle pops the W, gonna get an assist on this, hopefully, for the Mejai stacks. We do, we're at 18 now. Probably gonna pick up the Gromp. Dragon. All these bloody camps, I'd do it. And then start setting up towards the Baron in 3 minutes time. How nice is that Gromp health now? Flash available. Teleport in 25 seconds. He's not going to opt for the base. He's going to opt for the hard shove. No ult though, so has to be a little bit careful. You don't want to give away bounties. The good thing is when you play these type of scaling champions, it's like, even if you do give the bounties away, it's like, who cares? We're going bloody late game. We get the Riftmaker. Here we go, guys. 20 stacks. Coming out of the base now. His team's able to give away a couple of bounties though. And we'll split into the top side. What skin is this? Dragon Wing Kayle? What is this? Looks kind of cool. I think I used Judgment Kayle maybe? Kayle has a lot of skins. Like Kayle has a very good lineup. I don't think any of them are really like, oh, that Duke. And you can just see like we're level 14, not even level 16 yet. And it's just stupid levels of damage. There's 2 item power spike. What you want to do is you want to stack up your Riftmaker. You want to stack up to start ordering with your passive, and you are just, no one can 1v1 you. And do you see how much health he has? He has an extra, what is that, 155 health from the overgrowth. He has an extra 13 armor and 12 magic resist from his secondaries. So he's beefy as well, guys. 2.2k health. He's not tanky, but he's beefy. Do you understand? Okay, Rumble. Do not move under tower here, buddy. Okay, well. That's life. As we are 1 more level off. Please let us see it. Please don't FF the game. And honestly, 3rd item here could be straight Void Staff, straight Deathcap, something like that. As he just gonna go into their base and try and pick up 2 waves at once. This is when you're super far ahead, you can just go into the enemy base and you try and pull the other wave, so you're just getting funneled 2 waves, and it's impossible to miss anything. You're starting to get those 12, 13, 14 CS per minute if you're there for a long ass time. We flash in. We have ultimate, pop it. Here comes the Rumble. Now's your time, buddy. Now's your time, Rumble. Ooh. Got a level 11 Nautilus? What the hell? That means business. I want to see what the next item is. We have teleport. We're 220 CS at 20 minutes, remember? Oh, Chad energy. He because I saw the amp tome, I'm like, okay, he's probably just gonna go for like the blinding jewel into the void. He sells it, says like, obviously, like it's it's not a bad sell because it is because it's inefficient, I guess, but he wants stacks now. He's gonna go for the Deathcap. Whenever you have 25 stacks in the Mejai, is that Deathcap passive, the amplification, if that's even a word, of your ability power, it just becomes extremely more efficient. As we hit level 16, get it up here, and you'll see now the range is disgusting. The extra range you get from Kayle, I believe, I'm not sure what, is 625? Is that Caitlyn range? It's pretty bloody big, man. As the enemy team surrender vote failed, and that means that we'll see Nemesis in action at level 16 in their base. Just give him a second to get there. God, you feel so good at this point. It's hard to describe. It's like having your first child. It's like kissing your school crush under the sun. in the stars. Well, sun's a star, I guess, so it is what it is. Anyways, it feels fucking good. As you can see, double farming the waves, 260 at 21. Absolutely juicy, and we're going to move in here. Come on, give him some action. Let me see it. Let me see the damage. Please, please. There we go. We'll see it now. It's the ultimate, and we're going to start weaving. Bang. Is that it? God, I got blue balls, man. I thought we were going to have a couple of fights here. Anyways, you hit this point in the game, guys, and it is fun. In your lower elo games, obviously they can't end as quick. You're probably going to be getting 30-40 minute games. You should be, if you're getting all the experience, level 16 at 23-24 minutes, and you'll be able to absolutely take over and do it just the same as Nemesis. So until next time, cheers for watching, boys. I love you all. Catch you next time.